Hello and welcome back to the Rival Recap Show. It is the Week 14 selection show. We're here with a very special episode. We have the commissioner on hand, none other than Ian Jones. And we're here to talk Gentlemen's Club football all day. All the time. And yeah, we got a little foam issue, but if you guys have seen the bartenders of TikTok, foam is good. Let the foam get out now, otherwise your stomach will pay for it later. Cheers to the Gentlemen's Club and cheers to the Week 14 show. I'm probably not going to sip this yet. I feel like I have to. It's all foam, but
you got to.
Foster's is just delicious. Didn't you guys all miss having some Foster's? So we're going to get into the quick hits. We're doing this all in one take, the entire episode. Ian and I, the commish, and we have some fun stuff planned for you. So guys, the quick hits. NFL.com 4-3 this week in their predictions. Got to be the most useless segment on this entire show. Honestly, brings me back to the useless fact of the week. But they are 55-36 on the season. So they're almost looking at 60% of the time they're correct. That's honestly not that bad. But anyway, Christian, high score of the week, 154 points. Good for you, Christian. Low score of the week, Mr. Matt Lynch. Mr. Matt Lynch, you know what that means. You're paying out the long 20. And who you're paying it to? Hope I'm right this week because I tried to give it to Joe last week and I was incorrect. But I believe it is Joe this week with Christian Watson, 46-yard touchdown run. I saw Tyreek Hill had a 45-yarder. I saw Devontae Adams had a 45-yarder. But I think the 46-yarder for Joe is the winner. Otherwise, Lynch, if you Venmo Joe, hopefully Joe can be a big man again and Venmo the person who's supposed to win it because I don't even know how to keep track of this shit apparently. And if someone wants to take over that next year, I would be more than happy to give it. High individual performance of the week. Devontae Adams, 37 points. Good for you, John Rest. I don't think you won, but at least you had Devontae Adams doing that. You did not win. Low starts of the week. Cortland Sutton and Dawson Knox throwing up 0 bombs. And then the high bench of the week, A.J. Dillon. I believe he had about 21 points on Rast's bench. So had Rast started A.J. Dillon, could he have beaten Ian? Very much potentially. So that is the quick hits, guys. And we're going to get into the quickest recap of matchups you've ever seen. I played Kevin Lamb, and I absolutely smacked him by about 30 points. Tyreek Hill's a beast. Mormon Soakers played the Debo's Bike Rentals, and on Sunday Night Football, CeeDee Lamb and Brent Maher pulled it out for Ian, giving him just enough that he needed to put Rast to 6-7 and keep a lot of people's hopes alive. Next one, Sedano and Weston. Sedano couldn't get enough on Monday Night Football from Mike Evans. Weston out. Laston gets the win 118-108. Weston posting the witch is dead yesterday. Is he though? I don't know. We'll get into that a little later in the scenarios. All right, next one. Charlie absolutely whopping Ortiz, 133-82. I think Charlie historically owns this matchup. We probably talked about it last week, but Jesus Christ, 50-point win for Charlie over Ortiz. Next one, it was Christian. It was Eric. 40 points for a win for Christian, 154, just whacking Opium FC, smacking them, beating them down to the ground. Awesome win for Christian. After I believe I said there was a chance Christian couldn't make the playoffs after last week. Yeah, he responded accordingly, and he absolutely put up a monster number. Next one, Sklar versus Lynch. Sklar, 109 points to Lynch's 76. No one can seem to score against Sklar. Sklar does not need to put up high numbers to get wins, and yet he's 9-4, second place. Sklar has only scored over 120 points once this season. Let that be known. Once. Last one, and I think it was 2 weeks ago. Last one, Joe and Tony. We thought we were getting a beautiful matchup. We thought Tony could sneak into the playoffs. We thought maybe we could see this as the 1-8 again this year. Nope. Joe effectively ends Tony's season. Once again, we'll get into the scenarios later, but Joe with a big 37-point win over Mr. Marullo, guys, and that's the matchup. It's definitely the quickest I've ever done that. I think we can drink to that one once, and we'll clap it up. We'll clap it up for some Week 14 selections.
I will say that whole beginning portion, Marsh was looking at almost no data at all. I don't know how you just did that. I was trying to make sense of what you were staring at, but
all right. So, some fun stuff Ian and I have planned. We have all 14 last names in a bowl here. I wrote them, I cut them, I folded them all the same. They're all about the same size, but since I was the one that did it, Ian is going to be the one selecting, so you guys can't be like, oh, Marsh knows which is which, oh, the size, blah, 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 blah. So we'll put all that to rest, and our commish will be picking the matchups. We're going to make a little fun game out of this. We are going to, so say the first one out of the pot is me. I'm in third place right now, right? We are going to guess higher or lower on seeding, and if we are incorrect on the next pick, if we are incorrect, we will drink. We have shots lined up. You might not be able to see them, but we have quite a few lined up. If we run out of shots lined up, we got ourselves a freaking Crown drink over here as well to I don't know, get a little sloppy, and I feel like, after chugging 14 shots of Colt 45 last year, we wanted to give you guys something. I don't know if you guys even want this, but
I don't want
it. but you're getting it. You're getting it. So, without further ado, this is why you're here. This is why you showed up for this episode. You probably skipped to this point. You're probably waiting for Ian to start sticking his hand in the bowl, scanning the little bottom YouTube bar, and let's get into it, Ian.
You think Sedano's even watching?
Sedano is playing Joe. We already decided. Sedano, you can turn it off now. It's fine. Yeah, Sedano, you play Joe. It's fine. Okay.
All right. Hell yeah.
Ian, let's get into it.
I'm going to go in here. I'm looking away. Haven't seen any of these. Marsh, how am I looking? I'm looking good.
I mean, you're touching all the papers, so you might as well grab one.
All right, here we go. Marsh, give us a read here.
Oh, it is Narduli first off the docket. Well, Joe is the 1 seed, so obviously this one is going to be lower. So let's just cheers and let's take a quick beer drink. Let's not take any shots because we can't be wrong with this one.
Lower. All right.
Here's Joe. Who will be getting Joe in week 14? Joe told me he's hoping for a week of the duds.
Stop, dude. Just don't be me.
Because he wants his team to explode in the playoffs, but we'll see if he can get it or not. He already clinched the 1 seed.
I had 2 in my hand and I dropped 1, so...
It is what it is, man.
Oh, thank God.
And it is Borelli.
That's a good fucking matchup.
Is this a McGuire Bowl twice in 1 season?
It is. That's exciting.
My goodness. Joe and Christian. Joe is 6-2 against Christian over the years. So, can Borelli remedy that? I don't know. So, all right. Now, Christian is I believe he is the 4 seed. Christian's the 4 seed. So, I think the next one's going to be lower. What do you think?
4 seed? Yeah, I'm going to go with higher just to make this.
Oh, wow, you want to drink? All right.
Yeah,
I mean,
all right. The people give them something fun. All right.
So we got Joe versus Christian matchup number 1.
Gosh. Let's see what we got. Oh.
Charlie Carita. So you were incorrect.
Oh.
Charlie Carita leading off matchup number 2. Charlie is the 11 seed.
All right, so I'm taking a shot. Is that what
That would be what we're doing here.
You're doing it with me?
No, I was correct.
All right, boys.
Maybe I'll throw a bone to Ian if
Jesus Christ.
You don't like that Crown Royal?
I just didn't. Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, I just wasn't ready for it.
No,
who will Charlie be playing? Charlie,
sitting
in 11th place, 5-8 right now.
Alrighty.
Charlie will be playing Weston.
Wow.
Oh, Mr. Weston, one of the guys on the cusp. And you know what? Charlie owns Weston 5-1 historically in that matchup. But Weston's 1 win came this year.
The Knights.
So the Tokyo Knights look to sweep Charlie this season and solidify their playoff spots.
Weston's been dropping some nice content recently as well.
We didn't even say higher or lower after Charlie's. I'll take a shot since you just took one. But.
Fuck yeah, let's go, Brian. Come on. And Showers is here, by the way.
She's actually showering.
She is actually showering.
All right, so Weston is the 7th seed. We got a nice split decision here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, the start off matchup number 3, we're going to go lower.
I'm going to go higher. Perfect.
Go higher? All right.
I wanted. All right.
So Weston, Charlie, matchup number 2.
And
matchup number 3, who are we leading off with?
You're confirming that I haven't been cheating, right, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, you're not even looking at the bowl.
That's very fair. Lynch!
Oh, did you say lower or higher?
I said higher.
Did we even establish which way is which? Higher would be better, right?
Yeah, higher would be better. So you're incorrect.
You're incorrect. Mr. Lynch, the 13 seed, leading off matchup number 3. Who will get Lynch? Lynch's team's been struggling as of late. I'm sure a few guys would like this matchup. And Ian's now 2 shots down. Oh, he's loving every second of it.
This is terrible.
Well, let's just both go higher. Let's have a freebie here.
Nice. All right.
Because, I guess it could be Kevin Lamb. It could be Kevin Lamb.
I mean, yeah.
Olsen.
God damn
beat Lynch. Fuck, I'm like close with Eric in the standings. Eric and Lynch, wow. Oh, okay. Eric takes it 5-3. For some reason, I thought it was 4-4. Eric has taken it 5-3 historically.
Nice. Still pretty close.
Eric is, I believe, the 6th seed right now. Eric is the 6th seed, so I'm gonna go higher. Feeling confident.
He's the 6th seed?
He is.
Jesus. All right. I'm gonna go higher as well.
Whoa. All right. So Lynch Olsen matchup number 3. Who's gonna kick off matchup number?
So where's Ortiz? Where's Ortiz?
Ortiz is 7th. Ortiz is 5th right now.
I kind of want to play Scalar. Oh!
Mr. Marullo leading off matchup number 4. So I was incorrect by saying higher.
Love
Cheers
that.
to you, my friend Tony.
Good shit, Brian.
Oh, you're lining up nice. That's big.
You like
we
that?
can show that at the end.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right, and who will Mr. Marullo be playing? He is the 10th seed, so I'm gonna say once again, I'm gonna say higher. And
I'll
let's see.
say lower. I think it.
Wow, you think it's gonna be you or Kevin?
Yeah,
'Cause that's the only
I
two
think it
people
could be
love.
Kevin.
Okay. And Tony gets.
No!
Oh, it's Ortiz.
Let's
It's
go.
Ortiz.
I can't wait to hear the shit talk in that match. That
Tony
one's gonna be
versus Ortiz.
Right.
It'll be a fun one for matchup number 4.
That will be fun.
So we are going into the next matchup. Ortiz is the 5 seed. So I'm going to say, you know what? Me and Sklar haven't been picked. I'm going to say higher again.
I'll go lower.
All right, he will go lower. I'm going to go higher.
I think I'm going to end up leading this one off.
This is matchup number 5 now. Oh, I'm sorry. Tony and Ortiz, historically, Ortiz takes it 5-2. 5-2, including a win this season.
Oh, let's go.
What do we got?
I called it.
It's Jones. It's
It's
Jones
Jones.
leading off
Let's
matchup
go.
number 5. So I am incorrect in my guess.
All right.
Oh, golly.
I'm thinking I'm putting I think I'm going to put the Esquires in their place.
Jones thinks he's
That's
going
what
to
I'm
put the
thinking.
Esquires in
That's
their
what I'm thinking.
place. Okay, I think Jones is going to be higher.
All
He's
right.
going to be higher than you. The only person that would be lower would be Lamb. So
All right, you're watching, right? I'm
yeah,
not
I
doing
mean,
anything.
there's only like 4 or 5 names left. 5 names, no 4.
Give me Sklar.
Rest.
I just played him.
This past week.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a rematch on the board. We got our first
fucking
week
hell.
We had one of those last year. Weston and Sedano played week 13 and week 14.
Damn it.
And now we have Ian versus Rast battling once again. And you know what? Ian's never lost to Rast. Look at all that green over there. Ian is 4-0 against John Rast. So
Let's go, baby.
he's looking to keep that up and get the sweep and maybe knock John out of the playoffs.
Go Cox. Go Cox.
Go Cox. All right. That feels like you're supporting him.
All
But,
right.
5 matchups are in the books. It is Ian and Rast. And now Rast is what? The 8 seed right now or the 7 seed? Rast is the 8 seed. I'm going to go
Higher.
I'll go higher as well.
Okay.
I'll go higher as well.
All right. I'm not looking.
Wow, me and Sklar are on the board. I think Kevin Lamb's on the board. And I think Sedano's on the board.
That's crazy. Who's going to get Lamb? Oh, speak of the witch.
Speak of the which, it's John Sedano.
Sedano.
Sedano will be either playing me, he will either be playing Sklar, or he will be playing Kevin. I'm gonna say he's gonna luck out. He's gonna get fucking Kevin.
That's exactly what I was
think he's
thinking.
gonna get fucking Kevin. So
He's been in his spell book all day.
you know what? And I wanted fucking Sklar because if I win and Sklar loses, I can take the 2 seed from him.
I wanted
If he beats me, then he deserves it. So you know what? That would be great if this ends up being Kevin
He's a
Lamb.
low
Actually,
scoring team.
I mean Kevin Lamb can beat Sedano and make it fucking amazing. So let's see.
Why is this bowl so big, Brian?
Because it's the one bowl I keep on my kitchen table and I didn't feel like getting another one. That's me. That's me. Me versus
March!
Sedano. Johnny, I hope you're fucking watching because your team's going to get fucking smoked and you're going to go end up in the toilet bowl.
The witch trials, the
wait.
witch trials.
I cannot wait. So, guys,
Cast a
Cheers.
shower spell.
cheers.
Cast a shower
because
spell.
There's only one matchup left, and by default, you can use either one you want.
All right.
There you go.
Cheers, Brian.
Cheers. 6 matchups down. We now know who the last matchup is.
But for fun, let's read it out loud.
It's.
Brian.
Oh, I'm sorry, I jumped the gun.
Brian.
Sklar, Spencer Sklar, sitting in the 2 seed, and who does he get to play? The fucking 14 seed, Kevin
Sklar's
Lamb.
he's literally had the best luck this entire.
We're redoing it. I'm just kidding, guys. All right,
He's
let's
had
run
the
through it
best
again.
luck this
Narduli
season.
Borelli, Carita versus Weston, Lynch versus Olson, Marullo versus Ortiz, Jones versus Rast, Sedano versus Marsh. Love that. Sklar versus Lamb. Wow. I am excited for that, and you know what? We're going to dive into scenarios. I gotta say, I'm excited to play Johnny's team. He has a great fucking receivers. He has a good team, but I cannot wait to play him. And you know what? He was fucking stressing. He's like, I need to know more than 24 hours who I'm playing. Why, John? Your lineup's going to be your lineup. Are you not just going to start the best fucking players you have? And then I looked at your team. Your entire bench is buys and injuries. So you only have one lineup to start.
I know.
So who the
I
fuck?
know.
I know.
You're lucky.
Listen. Don't
He's
get
got
me
a lot
wrong.
of
Don't
buys.
get me wrong. Everyone wants to know who they're playing. I get that. All right, I get that. But saying you need to know, it makes no fucking difference. Like you can't make your lineup any different depending on who you're playing. But I digress. Hope to see you out there, Johnny, this week, and hopefully have a good one. Hopefully I can end your season.
Do you have any crosses in here, Brian? You might need some.
I might need some. I might need some of those. I don't know if I have any
some
handy.
Incense.
Yeah, I might need. I might need anything you guys can provide. To me.
I got some incense. Brian.
My address is 1900 Thames Street, apartment 310, Baltimore, Maryland 21231. If anyone wants to send me anything to potentially save me this week and knock that guy into the toilet bowl, or the toilet bowl playoffs. So yeah, let's get into scenarios, guys. Kevin Lamb eliminated. We already knew that. Lynch eliminated. Newly eliminated, so that's something new. All right, the 5 and 8ers, the guys who we're talking about. We got Tony, we got Charlie, and we got Ian. How could you guys make the playoffs? The only way that you guys can make the playoffs is if Sedano and Rast lose, which I play Sedano and he plays Rast, so he could help you 5 and 8ers out. You guys all, helping each other out.
Let's go.
And then you would have to net about Tony would have to net, I believe, 150 points over Rast.
Oh, I have to do 230. I have to do 230.
Yeah, Charlie 175, and Ian said 230. Yeah, it is 230. So yeah, that's
I've already thought this
extremely unlikely, and you guys are all done for the playoffs.
Yeah,
but
I'm out.
What you can do is, if you all win, so Charlie plays Weston, Ian plays, as we already said, Rast, and Tony plays Ortiz. So you guys none of you play each other, so you can all win. And then if Sedano loses to me, and I believe you all have the better points for than him. Okay, Charlie and Tony have better points for than Sedano, but Ian's down 15 points on Sedano. But that you can make that up in 1 week, no problem. So that could push Sedano all the way as low as 12th place. So 5 and 8ers, guys, work together, do your jobs, get your wins, and
isn't it crazy how well my team did after I traded all my best players for inferior players? I traded for C.D. Lamb and James Robinson.
Yeah, but
James Robinson
sucks. You could have just kept Diggs. Yeah, but you could have just kept Diggs, and your team would be in the exact same spot.
That's what I'm saying.
Diggs and CD have been doing the same thing. So why'd you trade Diggs?
I don't know. I love Diggs too. And the witch has him. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, he does. So I get some Diggs versus Tyreek action this week. Pretty good stuff. So yeah, 5 and 8ers. The highest you guys can get to is 9th place, depending on all your points for, and you guys can all actually go as low as 13th if Lynch were to win and you were to lose, and he would net more points than you. So your range is 9 to 13 for you 5 and 8ers, unless, of course, as I said, you can make up 150 points, 175 points, or 230 points on rest. Mr. John Sedano, a very interesting one. Johnny can win, right? He would be 7 and 7, and if Rast loses, he's in the playoffs. Or Johnny can win and net 57 more points than Weston, and Weston loses and Rast wins, and he would get in over Weston, and in that scenario, Sedano and Rast get in. Or, as I said, Sedano can just lose, and all these 5 and 8ers can jump him. So, Johnny, you can get as high as actually 7th. Yep, Johnny, you can get as high as 7th if Rast and Weston lose, and you net 57 more than Weston. And you can go as low as 12th. So that is a crazy range for you, Johnny. Going into week 14. Rest. What is your scenario? John, your simple scenario is win and you're in. Okay, you don't need any help because your points for are so good. 7 and 7 for you gets into the playoffs. How else can you get in? Can you get in by losing? Yes, you can get in by losing, John, and you would want other John, Sedano, to lose. And you would be 6 and 8, he would be 6 and 8. Even if all the 5 and 8ers win, you have the points for on all these guys below you. So, Rest, you can certainly get in with a loss and keep that 8 seed that you have, but the simplest way would be to win. Weston.
No, wait, Brian, can I trade my opponent for somebody else?
No.
Okay.
It's moronic. Anyway,
what
did we just do this last 10 minutes? Wait, we just recording a draft? What do you think? This is the final product, and we're doing one take, as you guys have all seen.
Can I play Lamb this week?
No, you can't play Lamb. Spencer lucked out and got that one. All right, so Weston, similar to Rast, win and you clinch. Lose, and you still could get in. Weston plays Korea. So Weston, if you lose to Charlie, you can still get in by either Rast or Sedano losing would clinch it. So regardless of your result, if Rast or Sedano lose, you clinch it. And that's really it. I mean, it's really as simple as that. You're rooting for either of one of those two to lose or just win, and that'd be it. So Weston, you can fly as high as, you technically could be 5th if you could win, Ortiz loses, and you net 60 over Ortiz. So we'll say you can fly as high as 5th. Christian's an extra 30 points. I don't think you can get that.
No.
And Weston, you could go as low as 9th. Okay, so 5th to 9th is your range right now, Mike. You have good odds. either Sedano or Ras losing or you winning would get you in. Next one, Eric Olson. We're going to get a little briefer here since these guys already basically all clinched the playoffs. Eric has 200.
Right,
yeah, I clinched the playoffs. Yeah. Eric has a huge points for as well, so he's in even if you were to lose. And Eric can go as high as third and as low as
give him 10th.
Seventh, as low as 7. So Eric can be between 3 and 7, depending on all the wins and losses. I'm not going to put my hand down, Katie. Who cares? Ian doesn't need to see the screen.
No, I can. I don't even know what he's talking about.
Mr. Ortiz, what can you do? Ortiz can win. Ortiz can actually fly as high as 2nd and be as low as 7th. If the Weston scenario happens where Ortiz loses, Weston wins, and Weston nets about 60 points. And Eric would also have to win in that scenario for Ortiz to fall as low as 7th. But Ortiz can go as high as 2nd. If he wins, I lose, Sklar loses, and Borelli's matchup doesn't necessarily matter if Borelli wins or loses, as long as Ortiz can net 26 points more than Borelli.
Look at the Esquires. Look at their points.
Yeah,
the
Esquires are currently 10th in points.
That is insane.
Yep, and they're in 2nd place, and he's going to be making a playoff selection
insane.
Everybody. Christian can also be as high as 2nd, and I believe as low as 7th. His odds of being 7th are a lot lower than Ortiz's due to his points for, but Christian can definitely get up to 2nd if he can beat Joe and say if I lose, because I have good points for on Christian, and if Sklar loses. Myself, I can go as high as 2nd. I can go as low as
10th.
Not 10th. 6th. I can go as low as 6th because Weston will not pass me with his points for because I have 160 points on him. Sklar, Mr. 9-4. Sklar can solidify his 2nd place with a win over Mr. Kevin Lamb.
God damn it.
Or if he loses, I win.
Stupid.
Christian wins and Ortiz wins. Sklar can fall into 5th place and fall into that eligible to be chosen spot. I know Mr. Narduli is licking his chops for that one, and he wants to pick Spencer. He already said it to me in text, and he thinks it's an absolute sham that he's in 2nd place. Because honestly, if I get into a position to pick, I don't know. Because, especially if Spencer's off the table. Because all these teams are good. And it's going to be a really hard year. I've never been in this position picking, so we'll see if it actually works out, or if I fall into like 5th place and I don't get to pick. You think I should pick Eric? Ian thinks I should pick Eric. I would actually love to play Eric. I absolutely smoked him when I played him a few weeks ago. Opium FC ain't shit. And Joe clinched 1st place, so we already knew that. Whatever. It's fucking
there's nothing to say about
So Joe wanted
anymore.
me to say a few things about the points for historically. So if Joe scores 139 points, he would have the most points in the league history in a season. But this season is 1 game longer than most of the seasons we've had. So I decided to do average points per game. And Joe would need 274 points to beat the 2018 mark of Eric Olson of averaging 141 points a week. Eric in 2018 averaged 141 points a week.
That's such a joke.
And then, he said,
like, he
listen
would
to this,
look
listen to
into
this,
that.
listen to
He
this.
would
No,
look
Joe
into that and try to
Joe
defend.
said someone told me that I'm only 139 points away from the record. I'm like, Joe, you're full of shit. You think someone told you that? You're out of your mind. You looked that up yourself.
Yeah. He told
and
himself
Kevin
that.
Lamb, though, is on pace to potentially be the worst team in Gentlemen's Club history. And how would he do that? And I'm pretty sure if he fails to score 115 points, Kevin Lamb will average the worst total per week in Gentlemen's Club history, potentially dethroning Michael Weston of 2017.
Oh my gosh. That's what a marriage
Is it
will do
dethroning?
to you. That's what a marriage will do to
Do you
you.
even call it dethroning?
He got married. What?
Do you even call it dethroning if you're taking over a horrible record?
No.
You
God,
probably
no.
don't. But yeah, that is,
No.
you get married and you just don't care about fantasy
Throat
football.
fucking.
You know?
Throat fucking. Excuse my language. Showers.
Anyway.
God. This one, actually, you have to cut that out because of YouTube, right?
No.
Oh.
No, absolutely not.
See, YouTube?
We've said worse.
I
We've
feel
said
like they
worse.
might be
We've said worse.
They don't.
Blacking
Anyway.
that out.
Those are the scenarios. I hope you all look forward to a great week 14. I'm actually going to stand up, Ian, if you wouldn't mind standing up as well.
Of course.
I'm going to get the camera, and I am going to put it over the matchups so you all can see it one last time. And then we're going to cut, and we are going to say thank you and good night.
Is this posted tonight, Brian?
I would think, it's going to go up right after this.
They give them a
Narduli, Borelli, Carita versus Weston, Lynch versus Olsen, Marullo versus Ortiz, Jones versus Rast, Sedano versus Marsh, and Sklar versus Lamb.
Now flip it to us. Flip it to us.
Can I?
I don't know. Let's just spin the camera.
Yeah, okay.
Let's do a Brian Orion moment.